Hey there, and welcome to the Collective Dream Project, where AI dreams become stories read aloud. If you enjoy original tales, hit subscribe and settle in. Today's story is called The Eggnapper. The streets of Varnus stank of dust and dried venom. Spires of cracked sandstone jutted into the sky like claws. Each layer of the city stacked by caste. The higher you lived, the richer the blood. And down in the ash paths, that blood was currency. Krex, a loner with jagged frills and a stare like a gutting knife, slid into the back room of a tea house that served more secrets than spice. His claws tapped against the obsidian table as a figure approached, tall, veiled in heat drapes, gold chains clinking with each step. "I need an egg," the buyer rasped. "Royal lineage, fertile and intact." Krex narrowed his eyes. "That's death by scale stripping if I'm caught." The figure tossed a black chip on the table. Payment encoded in half a dozen currencies. It's enough to disappear or die trying. "You were the best once," the buyer said. "Still are, they say." Krex clicked his tongue, pocketed the chip, and then vanished into the mist. The brooding sanctum was a fortress of pearlstone and psychic wards, carved into the cliffside of the second spiral. Inside, generations of elite eggs pulsed with soft light beneath warming lamps. DNA locked, guarded by both tech and blood. But Krex wasn't a brute. He was a shadow. He spent 5 days studying the drone's rotations, 3 finding the sanctum's sewer blueprints, and 1 bribing a technician for a retinal sequence. He entered through the aquifer vents, skin coated in heat-masking gel, and slithered between sensor webs. He silenced a sentry with venom gas, and then he saw it. Egg number 77G. Glowing violet. Fertile, royal, weeks from hatching. He reached into the stasis pod. Alarms shrieked. Tampered shell detected. Intruder alert. Krex snatched the egg, bolted down the maintenance shaft, his heart pounding like tribal drums. From above, mechanical claws scraped steel. 2 brood guards dropped in behind him, armored and breathing rage. He slid beneath a gate just as it slammed, slicing open his thigh. The pain burst hot, but he held the egg tight. Down a chute, into the old tunnels, he triggered his cloak, shorted from the blood. Sparks flared, footsteps echoed. One wrong move, and the egg would fracture. He limped into the dust market, bleeding, cloaked, and desperate. That's when he saw her, Selen, his ex-partner. his betrayal. You set me up, Krex growled, cornered in a collapsed alley. His breath was ragged. The egg pulsed against his chest. Selen's scales glinted with heat-plated armor. I warned you never to go back into the royal clutches. You sold me out to the brood guard. She didn't deny it. You were going soft. Thought maybe if you stole a noble egg, you'd wash away what you did to that hatchery in Drax. That sting cut deeper than the leg wound. So, are you gonna kill me? You gonna take the egg? She hesitated. That's when Krex threw the pulse dagger. Missed her. Intentionally. She ducked and he vanished into the smoke. He reached the drop point, a crumbling shrine beneath a derelict bridge, where broken casteless gathered to beg or barter. Waiting in the shadows was Thine, an infertile clutch mother, with amber eyes and acid scars along her throat. Is it real? She whispered. He held it out with shaking claws. It's alive. She reached for it, then flinched. Krex turned to see 3 brood guards and Selen at their head. Don't move, she said. Hand it over. Krex looked at the egg, then at Thine. He smiled and crushed the egg against his chest. The yolk was thick, sticky, but the egg wasn't real. From inside his cloak, he pulled the real one, still intact in a secondary shell. Thine grabbed it and ran, disappearing into the cracks of the Undercity. You never learned not to blink during a heist, Krex said, eyes on Selen. You're still too proud. Her face twisted in rage, but the guards held her back. You can't save them all, she spat. No, Krex said, but I'll keep trying. He turned, cloak flickering, as he vanished into the steam. Weeks later, on the backfeeds, whispers spread. A high blood heir never hatched. The brood guard blamed the rebels. Selen was reassigned, and in the underlayers, a casteless family raised a child with violet scales, untouched by the tyranny of names. The Eggnapper was never caught, but every time a royal egg vanished, rumors surfaced. Krex lives another day. He takes another egg and saves another life. Thank you for listening to the Collective Dream Project. If you enjoyed the story, please give it a like and subscribe for more.